Hello, welcome, new Mary Kay Beauty Consultant. I'm your sales director, Carol List, and I can't wait to get to know you and get to know what your hopes and dreams are for your Mary Kay business. I just wanted to give you a brief welcome to the unit and tell you a little bit about us. First, a little bit about myself so you know who your sales director is that you're going to be working with. Again, my name is Carol, and I started my business back in 1996. Now, I will tell you that when I started my business, I had no idea that I would still be here all these years later because I really started thinking that I was going to do it to have some income until I figured out what I really wanted to do. You see, I was in a corporate job. I had went and gotten my degree. I have a bachelor's and a master's degree. Went into a field of my choice and discovered that it just wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And isn't that true often? We're trying to make a decision for our lives when we are in our early 20s, and then we find out that what we thought we were going to be doing on a daily basis in that job doesn't match what we're doing. Or even if we love the job, we find that it's not very family friendly or it doesn't help us to have the life balance that we want. And that's where I was when I started my Mary Kay business. I was in a corporate job that I had been in for several years, and I had kind of climbed the ladder until I was at one of the top positions for all of Central Ohio. And that sounds really impressive, right? To be one of the top people for a company. Well, what it means is they just kept giving me more and more responsibility, teeny tiny bits of money to go with that responsibility, and the stress just got more and more. And when Mary Kay came into my life, my daughters were at the time 7 and 10, and my husband was traveling a lot. And in my corporate job, really actually required that I was kind of on call from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. But then because I also did a lot of training, I often would be in the centers as early as 6 a.m., not get out of there till about 6:30 or 7. Every Tuesday and Thursday night, I did training from 7 to 9 p.m. and every other Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's a lot of hours, right? And so I worked all the time, and life just wasn't very fun. And it was very stressful because what happened in that corporate job, when they discover that you're someone who can go in and kind of take charge and make things happen, then they just send you from one crisis to another crisis to another crisis. So that's where I was when Mary Kay walked into my life. I had spent the prior year and a half just being sent from one center that was in crisis to another. And just about the time that I would get it so that it was an enjoyable place to work again, they'd send me somewhere else. So I was just in a constant state of stress to the point that it was starting to affect my health. And I was in my mid 30s, and my doctor said to me, I was in my mid 30s, and I had gotten to the point where I couldn't really keep food down very well. I was so stressed. I was on medicine for high blood pressure. And my doctor finally said to me, if you want to see your daughters grow up, you need to find something else to do. And so I looked for something else to do. I looked at all kinds of things, but I will be honest and tell you that a home-based business based around sales never even occurred to me. I'd never done sales, didn't think I wanted to do sales, didn't even think I liked salespeople. But what I discovered, and I'm very grateful that Mary Kay came into my life the way it did because I might not have been open-minded to the possibility had it not come into my life the way it did. And I'm not going to go through all the details. You'll hear that later. But the long and short of it is I didn't think it was something I would really want to do, but I decided to do it until I figured out what else I wanted to do. Because my husband and I had just built our first home, and so I needed my income. But I wanted to get out of that other corporate job, and I couldn't figure out how to do that and look for another job because of the hours I was putting in. So I started my Mary Kay business with really kind of low expectations. But what I found along the way is I love this company. I love the philosophy. I love the mission statement. I love it all. And every step of the way, the company has actually met or exceeded my expectations on every level. They are truly, truly there for us. So what I love about Mary Kay is that you are in business for yourself, but you are never by yourself. You have me here You have a company, you have your recruiter, you have a lot of people here wanting you to succeed and helping you and guiding you, but you are in charge. Mary Kay doesn't have territories. We don't have quotas. You may have come in just because you'd like to get a discount for yourself and maybe some family and friends, and you can do that. In Mary Kay, you can do that. You may have come in because you want a few extra dollars, or maybe you want a little something extra in retirement. I have a lot of ladies in my unit who do it as a little extra retirement income. It gets them out, they get around people, they really enjoy the process, and they make a little extra money. I also have women like myself who came in looking for a true career and something that would pay them well and allow them to be in control of their hours. You may be looking at the sky's the limit. Maybe you want that pink Cadillac, or I don't know what your goals are, and you may not even know yet, but that's something that we're going to discover together on this journey. So I just want to let you know a few things that you'll need to know as we get started. First of all, if you haven't already heard from me before you're watching this video, then you will be hearing from me, because I would love to meet you, even if it's over the phone, so that I can get to know you a little bit too and know what your goals are, because I can't help you if I don't know what it is you're shooting for. I also am going to want to tell you about the training and get a training packet in your hands if you don't have it already. I have a really nice, just kind of check off list that you can follow to kind of get yourself going these first few days and weeks. I'm also going to suggest that you work with your recruiter, whether it's myself or you have another person who brought you into the business, and that you observe her in a skincare class, that she help you with your first skincare class, and that we get you off and running. And if you're planning on just doing facials or just doing a little bit, I still recommend maybe getting a little bit of that training, because you're going to need it. And you never know, you might run into somebody who's looking for a business opportunity and you can share with them that way. So I highly encourage that you do that. We have lots of resources available to us in Mary Kay. You have a lot of resources available to you on Mary Kay In Touch. We have MK University. We have Skincare Confident. We have Color Confident. You have apps that you're going to be able to use that are going to make your job easier. We have so many tools, and that's one of the things during orientation and over these next few weeks that you're going to learn about, are all the different tools that will help you to be successful. But don't wait. Dig into that starter kit and get really familiar with those products in your starter kit if you're not already familiar with all of them. And you've got a magazine in there, the Success Magazine, to get you started. So it kind of leads you through some things as well. We also have regular weekly meetings. We have monthly events that you'll be able to plug into, and there are all kinds of company events. We have several events throughout the year that you'll be able to plug into to learn more about Mary Kay and about the products. So we are not going to leave you out there alone. However, we are not going to hound you either. So I want you to know that my true goal is to find out what you want from this business and how I can best serve you as your sales director. And so that's going to be my goal over these next few weeks as we get to know each other. I also want you to know that it's very normal and natural to be a little bit scared. If you're like most of us, myself included, you probably were excited at the idea of Mary Kay when you signed your agreement. And then sometime after you signed that agreement, either within minutes, hours, days, whatever, all of a sudden you went, what did I do? Oh my gosh, what was I thinking? I can't do this. That's normal. I want you to know that's very normal. Almost every consultant I've ever worked with, and like I said, myself included, has went through those emotions. And you're probably going to go through them more, because anytime we stretch and we do something new, it requires us to kind of step out in fear and to get outside our comfort zone. And so I want to just encourage you, get comfortable being out of your comfort zone, because that's where real growth happens. That's where you can really change your life. That's where you can really make amazing things happen. And I got to tell you, in Mary Kay, the sky is the limit. You can come in and just get a discount on your products and just enjoy the sisterhood of Mary Kay. You can come in and just be a really good working, solid consultant, and you can make hundreds of dollars and add hundreds of dollars of profit to your family income every single month, every single week. You can do that. Or you can be like myself and you can move into leadership in Mary Kay and you can have free cars. I've had a free car for 18 years at this point. As I'm making this video. You can earn diamond rings and all kinds of jewelry and go on wonderful trips and things. Actually, right now, we have an incredible cruise you can earn for yourself and a guest. So we have lots of things you can earn in Mary Kay. Our directors and people in leadership tend to make thousands of dollars every single month. Or you may decide that the sky's the limit and you want to be a national sales director. You want to be a leader of leaders, and that may be the goal that you decide to go for. And if that's true, then you can expect to be among the women who make millions in their Mary Kay career, because that's how the business works. And it's not sky in the high in the pie thinking. It's really possible in Mary Kay, and it all comes down to doing the work. And I'm going to teach you what that means. The great news is the difference between somebody who's not making anything and someone who's driving a free car is just a few hours a week. So you don't have to put in, like I did in that corporate job, 70, 80-hour work weeks to get ahead. You really don't. You just have to do the right things. And that's my job, is to teach you what those right things are. So I hope we get to know each other. I hope we get to connect, and I get to help you to figure out what you want from your Mary Kay business, and then help you make those little girl dreams turn into big girl realities, because that's what the Mary Kay culture is all about. So again, welcome to Mary Kay, welcome to our unit, and welcome to my life. I can't wait to get to know you. I'll talk to you soon.